Hello.
Hello. Okay. Let's see.
Did something go amiss?
Oh yeah, we had definitely had things go amiss.
Oh, okay. I
It's us.
didn't know whether it was me or something else.
All right. So who all do I have here now? Okay. Now I'm missing still Elaine. Did Elaine get back in here? Let me send Dave the link.
What happened?
Well, Dave, hold on. I'm trying to forward Dave the link here.
Somebody's trying to connect with an E. That might be, oh, it's Emily Geisler.
I am here.
Elaine, are you here?
No, Elaine's not here.
Okay.
Now I'm going to resend this now off to Elaine, if I can. Elaine got booted and she can't get. Elaine,
Now I'm back.
oh, okay, good.
What happened? I didn't do anything.
Right.
It was Dave.
Oh, you blame Dave for everything.
It's true. It was Dave. It really was Dave.
And a cop went by with his
Tell her,
alarm going.
It's okay. I can shoulder the
It
blame.
really was Dave.
Okay.
You hurt my feelings. Now I have to see Dr.
It really
Phil.
was Dave.
No, now I have to see Dr. Phil because he hurt my feelings.
I know. See, that's why I need to watch Dr. Phil too, Elaine.
Okay.
It's because
I'm glad
Dave...
I'm back.
Oh, I'm so glad.
My family went up to the mountains, so I'm on vacation.
Yay!
No, I said there's a skull underneath here.
Where in the mountains?
So they go to the Poconos.
Oh, it's pretty up
Where
there.
in the Poconos?
Locust Lake. Their
Oh.
in-laws have a house.
Have you heard of Monroe Lake?
Not me, but maybe they have.
No, I'm trying to figure out. I got the link.
Do you want to just use my phone?
Does your phone have audio?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we do this? There's the link you sent me. See
Okay.
if you can get me on. It's asking me to connect by phone when what I want to do is connect via the internet. So I don't get a good enough signal here to do it by phone. But they hear you, so your phone must have audio out.
Yeah, it does.
Unless their computer is.
Did you do the Zoom again?
I have the link you sent me.
Your meeting should start in a few seconds. Join meeting. Meeting ID.
Stephanie, all I see is the lights on the ceiling.
I know, because that's how important you are there, Elaine.
We're trying to.
That's because I'm trying to get Dave in.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Don't worry, Elaine. I won't make you look at the lights forever.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help Dave.
It's okay.
Both Dave and I need all the help we can get. But
Who's your technical person now, Dave?
The only problem is it's your face in the picture.
What do you mean it's my face?
To see the picture up there that says Feral Country Stitching?
Yeah.
It's Feral Country Stitching here.
So I'm not on that.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Does that matter?
Well, yeah.
No.
Because it's her
No,
phone.
I'm
that you're
seeing
looking at.
Dave.
You're in a different area, maybe. No? I see. You're not.
You're looking at Dave. Who cares what the dang thing
Yeah,
said?
we're looking at Dave now.
You're looking at him now.
I was. Got his
My
finger up
goodness.
now.
His hand.
It's
Am I
okay.
there? Okay, do you have your volume, do you have sound on yours, Dave?
We got her
I'm not
now.
gonna shut my sound.
Sound is all the way up.
Can you hear through Dave's thing, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear
I'm gonna
you.
shut all my sound off.
What happened to Steph's picture?
The equilateral triangle, I can't find it on the website.
Can't hear Steph. I mean, gee,
Oh, just pick somebody.
can't hear G.
She ain't talking.
Talk, G. Somebody talk.
Remember White
She's doing
Fang and
that.
Blacktooth?
No, we wanted to hear you,
But we
G.
got no volume. Carol, at least I know where everybody is.
Hold on, guys. I'll
Did you get
get,
my message?
Well, it's
Oh
us,
my
it's
God,
not
this is-
them.
You love me? No. You might have to use her sound.
That's what we're just gonna use your phone.
Okay.
Give me your phone and we're hoping your sound is coming through.
can
the
you
computer.
hear me, girls?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
great.
You can figure out how to make this one work without screwing everything up.
Huh?
I can't be attached.
What happened to the original?
The original what?
When we first got on at 5 after 3, what happened?
Dave screwed it up.
Yeah, because I had to go in and out, in and out, in
Everybody
and out.
The internet.
This is connected to your damn earphones, Dave.
That's why
Okay.
you couldn't hear.
Disconnected. Your phone's better anyway, so
Are we back in business?
I
No,
don't
we
know,
don't-
can you see me?
we don't know.
No,
It's
Wait.
sideways.
They said
Everybody's
they can't see
sideways.
me.
No, just you.
You're sideways.
You're
we're right.
sideways.
I
Yeah,
don't see
that's what I
anybody
said,
but
everybody, myself
Dave's
included.
hand.
No,
She's
you're
got her,
just,
No,
she's got
we're
her,
all right side up.
she has her phone.
Yeah, it was up this way. When she.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay, you're right side up now. They're all sideways on this phone, but it really doesn't
We
matter.
don't care how we are.
am I right side up now?
We can't
No.
see you.
Nope,
They
No,
can't see me.
you're sideways.
you're on your
No,
left
you're
side.
I
You're on
see
your
her.
left side.
You're sideways, G.
Left
Put
side.
the finger out of the way.
I don't have a finger in the way.
The hand.
Yeah, let me have that phone back.
Well, can you just?
Yeah, I'll disconnect the earphones.
There.
Oh, good Lord, have mercy.
God. This is.
Don't
week
worry,
one.
guys. I know what I'm doing.
So while we're waiting,
This
and
is
we're
funny.
19 minutes in now,
Ah, I
It
love
was
Dave.
actually 3:30.
so we're gonna start at 3:30, right?
Can they hear you now?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, good. At
Can you
least
see?
we've got sound.
Now she's straight up and down.
But she's pretty wide. I mean, I
That's
mean,
what.
No, it's
That
not
was
normally
like-
when you're
right.
straight up and down, you're skinny, okay? But the picture is wider than normal straight up and down. If you
I
pin
gained
you,
weight. Look,
Let's
as long
see,
as
how do
you
I-
can see what we're doing, that's all that
Hi,
matters.
Dave.
We'll post this later as a behind the scenes comment.
yay,
Yeah.
America's funniest home videos.
Okay, so the project that we were supposed to do in October was the freestanding leaves, okay? And I don't know how many people downloaded leaves or want to do it with me or just want the tips and the tricks on how to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and the first thing I'm gonna talk about is when we're working with organza, it has to be polyester. We said that before, but we also want polyester thread because polyester thread isn't going to burn, or actually it will burn. Forget that. Use rayon thread. But if you're going to burn away, if you're not, then you can use any thread you want. I'm going to be showing you how to wind metallic thread onto a bobbin so that it won't twist and look yucky on your project. It'll lay nice and flat, okay? On both sides, because we're doing both sides of the leaf. I'm going to show you. Here, I got one in metallic here. I'll take apart my little demo thing.
Act like it's weak.
So we did a good job here. Okay, so I have a couple of leaves here. And the key to this project is one, using water soluble stabilizer. And in this case, we use the fabric type stabilizer, which is right down here on the table. And Dave is going to show you that in just a second as soon as he gets himself untangled here. You can see it up close. See, it's water, it's the kind of like a cloth stabilizer versus the plastic looking stuff. This is going to be good for this project. And this is what our leaves are going to look like when we're done. And we're going to have all different colors and things. We're using the polyester organza so it burns, but I cut mine away. Because I'm going to be using polyester thread also. So to wind a metallic bobbin, what you're going to do is I'm going to be using the flat thread. This is Sulky's Howl Shimmer, and this is in the green. I'm going to be doing it in the gold. And what we're going to do,
Okay. Song and dance time.
Lost your voice.
We can't hear G.
Elaine is off, Emily's off, and Steph is off.
Now I'm back on.
Okay.
Can't hear G.
Yeah, we cannot hear G.
Love you.
Just point again. I get it. Put
Oh,
the
he's
metallic
connecting to audio.
symbol.
there you go.
Okay.
There.
I get it.
Now you get feedback.
Okay, so Steph has to turn hers off. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good, okay.
Where's the beef?
I'm going to show you how to wind a bobbin with metallic thread so it doesn't twist and break as it's coming off the spool. Because if we wind our metallic thread onto the bobbin, wait a minute. Being able to see would be something good. Okay, this is a really flat thread. It's not round or it's not wound around a core. It is a flat kind of a mylar thread. And so we do not want it to twist when we're putting it on the bobbin. If I were to put it on here and wind it this way, it would twist as it comes off. See what happens here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
It's going to break. So when we wind metallic thread, we are going to wind it straight off and we're going to control it with our fingers rather than putting it through these little tension dealy whoppers up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bobbin started.
And in case you didn't know, dealy whoppers is a technical term.
Yes, that's the dealy
Yes.
whoppers are those tension things for winding your bobbins. So let me get this through here.
I just want to make sure they knew that was.
Yes, well, she's the lexicon person.
It was very technical.
Okay, so I'm going to get that in there. Now, the other thing you're going to do is you're going to put your speed down for winding your bobbin to the very slowest speed. Polyester thread stretches, and if it stretches as it goes on the bobbin, it gets so tight that it doesn't come off properly. So we want to make sure that we wind it really slow and we don't hold the thread really, really tight. I'm just going to put it between my fingers here out, and you're going to see that the thread, oh shoot, There we go. The
Mhm.
thread is gonna
Good.
come off flat and it's gonna go on the bobbin flat, okay? So see how it's coming flat off the spool and not
Yeah.
twisting. That's the way we have to do it, and we have to do it on the very slowest speed and just pinch it a little bit between your fingers, okay? Really slow. If you do it really fast, the polyester heats up and it can actually pop the top off of the bobbin, and I've seen it happen. Because the woman who invented the thread director is a very curious mind, and she tries all these things to make sure that what people are telling her is the truth. So this is all going on nice and flat on my bobbin.
Okay, now what happened? I'm not sure I can wind a bobbin slower. Maybe one speed.
You don't have a speed control on your machine when you.
I
when
do
you put
on my
the-
machine, but I'm not sure that it affects the bobbin winding. I'll have to play with it.
What kind of, what machine do you have?
I have a Janome.
Can you?
It should work.
Should
It
work.
should work, yeah.
If not,
fill
just
the
don't push
bobbin?
it. Don't push
One
the
at a time.
foot pedal down.
Oh, you can wind it with the foot pedal instead of the button?
Yeah.
Then you
Oh.
could control the speed that way, probably.
Okay, okay.
Did you fill the
That
bobbin
is
to the, as much as you could?
No, I don't need to do it completely full because I'm only going to do one leaf with this
Okay.
color. So I just did it halfway. Oh, you never want to actually wind the bobbin all the way with polyester thread anyway. Okay. 3/4 full is about as much as you want to do with the metallic or polyester thread, unless it's done professionally on a machine, you know, when
Right.
it's bobbin, pre-wound bobbins, you know. The
Now, what
metallic
if,
definitely don't ever do more than 3/4, okay? So that's what we have there. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my machine. Now, the same principle applies for your upper thread. So if you do not have a spool pin that stands up straight on your machine, I strongly suggest you get a thread director. This happens to be a double, but we do have a single also. But this is what's going to make that thread roll off the spool evenly. Well, maybe with it. Here we go. I lose things. Be patient with me. I'll put it on there so they can see better. Okay, I put a brand new needle in my machine to start the project.
And
I'm
is
going
the
to go.
thread coming off over the top?
Doesn't matter if it's over the top or over underneath.
Okay,
If you
like
find
toilet paper.
one you like
Yeah.
better, that's fine, but you don't
I thought the thread
find that
went,
it needs to, excuse me?
I thought the thread went over the things that look like goalposts.
That's for mini spools, mini king spools. This size,
Oh,
I put mine over there for everything.
you do?
Does it hurt to put it over there?
Doesn't hurt to put it over here. That's not a mini, hold on.
No, but it's a large piece of ribbon where you can demonstrate the flat thread, how it comes off the spool.
That isn't what I'm trying to
Here.
tell them right now, though. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, on these spools, you have to use the goalpost, okay? Because if you don't, there's no cap at this end to prevent the thread from
okay.
coming. So what we do is we put it on here like that, and we go over the goalpost, so the thread, when it wanders down to this side, it won't,
Go off.
yeah. Now, if there's a big hole in the bottom like this one has,
Mm-hmm,
how you deal with that is you have a small cap,
mm-hmm.
put it on the inside like that, bring your spool and ride it right on that cap, and then put another small cap on. Here it is, right here. And then it's going to ride smooth and it's not going to flop around. That
Okay.
cap is going to center it, okay?
Thank
So
you.
that's what your Floriani thread. This one is, I don't even know. Cyrilline? I've never heard of it, but a lot of them have the big hole in the bottom. Some of them are flat, like Sulky and RA. Robertson and Son, you don't have to worry about those. Okay, so I've got it. Go ahead and I'm gonna
Notes.
finish threading the machine. Is there a question?
Now, the bobbin that you showed us to wind, that's just with metallic thread, right? You just wind it normally if it's a polyester thread or a rayon thread?
I'll tell you that I wind all of my bobbins that way. I do not go through
Oh, okay.
these tension disc thingies because they wanted me to show you. If your thread is laying like this, pretend this is a spool of thread.
Mhm.
And as it comes off, what happens is the thread twists. Okay?
Right, but if you want,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I usually wind my bobbin, but I use the thread director.
Where do you put your thread director?
Up where you have it, when I wind my bobbin, I can have it come off the thread director into the tension discs and into the bobbin.
My thread director is on my bobbin winder.
Oh,
So
see,
if you
mine's
can,
not.
okay, if you can do that, that's great, but I
Okay.
can't.
Okay,
I don't have a vertical spool pin. I only have this horizontal thing right here.
oh, okay.
So it doesn't, I can't put my thread director on there. So anyway,
Okay.
thread twist. I wind all my bobbins this way. I do not let them the thread twist because it just distorts your seams if you're a quilter. If you're using polyester thread, it stretches and it puckers your seams and it locks in the stitches so the thread won't slide through the holes. There's a whole science thing going on there. Anyway,
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and thread my metallic thread, and when I do it, I run my hand so I'm not twisting the thread as it's coming off. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna thread my machine. And I'm ready to go here. So the project is freestanding leaves. And if Dave, will you show, I've started putting together a little candle thing here with my leaves. I didn't get too far.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, once it's done, it should be pretty interesting there. Anyway, so I've mixed and matched, not matched, I've mixed colors so I can get different shades on the leaves. If you turn them over, you're going to get different colors than that's on one side. I have orange on one side, green on the other, so I can, you know, some interest there and some contrast. So what I went ahead and did is I hooped up my water soluble stabilizer, and I cut it extra big because I don't want to waste stabilizer, and I want to get as many leaves on one piece as I possibly can. So I went ahead and I took the elements and I programmed them into my machine, as many as I could get in. You can remember that you can reduce some because all leaves are not the same size. So you can, you know, make some smaller, some larger, and give it more depth and interest. And then I went ahead and did the first stitch out for each leaf so I could get the position. And since I am cheap, and I will admit it, I don't hoop my organza, I tape it on.
Okay.
I'm only using the amount it takes to do the leaf, not the organza. Okay, so I've taped it on there, and I've also taped it on the back of my hoop right there. And now I'm gonna go.
You got organza on both sides. Gotcha.
Yeah. So now this is interesting because now I can also do entrapments. If I have just little pieces of organza that won't fit over the whole thing, I can trap it underneath these pieces so that it'll stay in once we wash everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my machine. If I can find my DV walker. There's another one. Another.
She's on it today.
Yeah. My brain's working at like half speed, so we're doing pretty good. Lock that in. Now, if you do not have big hoops, say your machine only has a 4x4 hoop, you can do multiple hoopings on the stabilizer and just move it over. So you're not wasting all of this on the sides. So we're doing this leaf up here. So let me find it.
Now, is your embroidery pattern in the computer sewing machine, or are you doing it free motion?
This is in the machine. This is programmed in an embroidery machine. I can show you how to do these free motion too.
I got a question. On
Yeah,
that
your
would be good.
stabilizer, I can see it in white, like white stitch out. Did you stitch something already on the stabilizer so you know?
That should do.
Yeah, I did the first color of each leaf on the stabilizer so I could position my organza.
Okay,
And I knew exactly where I needed to be and how much I needed to cut. So I don't
Okay.
waste anything. Okay, what I'm basically doing is using little scraps from other projects. So I'm working around the outside there. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and stitch out the color. And as you're gonna notice, the thread, my metallic thread is just gonna roll off the spool up here.
mm-hmm,
And it's going in flat. So I'm gonna stop this for just a second. You can see there's absolutely no twist in there whatsoever. If it's twisted, when it gets to your tension disc, if there's a little kink in there, it's gonna break at the tension disc. And that's why people have so much trouble with metallic, because your tension disc is set for a certain width of thread. And if something thicker goes through there, it kind of slows it down. And then it pulls away. That'll give you an uneven stitch, but metallic thread, it'll just break. And I'll tell you, it's about the 16th stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but you can see, if Dave can get a close up there, that we're gonna get a lot more shine when your thread lays flat, because there's more area for the light to reflect off of.
well, when
Now,
you thread it, does it go, I mean, does it go through straight? I mean, what makes it go through the needle without being twisted?
When I pulled it down, I kept my fingers on it to keep it straight all the way through the path.
Uh-huh,
And then when the needle self-threaded, it threaded it flat through, so I don't have any
Okay.
twists.
okay. Now I have one other question. The thread that you used when you outlined on the stabilizer, was that just regular thread? Was that wash away thread?
No, I just used a rayon, a light color, so I could just see the outline.
Okay,
But this is
okay,
stitching over that on both sides, so it's not gonna show.
okay.
Because we're doing it both on the top and the bottom
Mhm.
with the metallic.
I'll be
'Cause
back.
Was that a question?
No, she said she'd be back.
Oh, okay. So if you can see how much shine we're getting on the thread,
Mm-hmm,
can you see that?
yes.
Okay. Now you usually, when you're working with metallic thread, you're gonna knock your machine down the speed to about 350, the slowest speed,
Mhm.
because then your embroidery arm is jerking things back and forth, and metallic thread is very, very delicate. And so the slower you're going on the machine, the less
Mhm.
time you're gonna have. If you are doing this free motion and you're doing you're moving your hands in a nice smooth, you don't have to worry about it. But this is a jerky motion. So. But they look so pretty when they have a little sparkle, you know?
Oh, it's beautiful.
And you don't have to tear your hair out because your metallic thread is breaking every 16th stitch or whatever. So the other thing is we're going to talk about, while this is stitching out, we're going to talk about water soluble stabilizer. There's two different types. The ones we're using right now is like the fabric type. This is called Fabrisolvi. That's Sulky's brand. If you use Floriani, it's called Wet and Gone. If you use Madeira, it's called Aqua something. But they're all basically the same type of stabilizers. The reason why, in my opinion, water-soluble stabilizer is the best stabilizer as far as using every bit of it. It's more economical, I think, to use water-soluble stabilizer if you can, because any pieces that are left over, we don't throw them away. We store them in a plastic bag, and when we're ready to use them, you can take some strips, mix it with just a little bit of water, and it'll make a decoupage paste, and you can actually paint it over fabric or over cardboard or something to make a collage. You can do those fabric books, you can do the book covers with them, and it makes a really nice decoupage finish. If you add a little bit more water, it's like that Terrial Arts stuff that makes your fabric really, really stiff. So you can spray that on and then press it, and it makes your fabric stiff, or you can just use it as starch if you water it down pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So every bit of water-soluble stabilizer, there's no waste whatsoever.
I got a question. So it's related to this. Do you sell water-soluble thread? Because I've seen people stitch pieces of stabilizer together.
Yes, I won't say I sell it. You can get it on Amazon. It is kind of hard to find. I'm going to show you what I recently got, and I really, really like this stuff.
Mhm.
And it's called, wait a minute. It's so small I can't see it. ING, that's the first word, HONG thread. And I got it on Amazon, okay?
What is it called again? You cut out.
Water-soluble thread.
Mm-hmm.
And it's QING is the first word, HONG is the second word. So put that in the search bar. Okay, so you get a cone of it, and it seems to work really, really well. Now, you don't have to use the water soluble in the bobbin and in the top.
Mhm.
You only have to use it in one, because when it washes away, the other will just fall away. Okay, so if I'm using it, I'm going to use regular
Unless
bobbin.
it's trapped in.
Excuse me?
Unless it's trapped in something like these leaves.
No, it's still gonna dissolve. Oh yeah, but it's covered. You're not
Right.
gonna use this
That's
for
true.
making the leaves. You're gonna use it to either piece stabilizer together,
Yeah.
do scallop pins that you just want to press and then let it wash out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this seems to work really good. So yes, they do make usable thread also, and I've used that. They make elasticized thread too. There's all kinds of neat stuff. So stabilizer. So there's this type of stabilizer, the cloth type, and then there's the stuff that looks like plastic, and it comes in 3 different weights. There's Solvy, Super Solvy, and Ultra Solvy. Ultra Solvy is about the same as Badge Master's thicker stuff if you use that instead. Those thicker ones are meant to hold a lot of stitches without it punching out before your design is done. But for this type of design thing where you're actually hooping it, and you can use this, it's cheaper than the other Solvy. So we use for our shawl that we're going to be doing on Sunday, we use the Super Solv or the Ultra Solvy because it's really, really thick. Is that glaring?
Yeah.
Oh, I can turn it off.
Well,
But do you have enough light that way?
no, I think the light is on. It's good. but
Okay. Can everybody see what's going on here?
Yeah,
from here you can't. You can look over there.
You
can't
can make
see
the picture
stitches.
big. Do you have the picture big on yours? Because you're looking at the small
I'm
picture.
looking at the
Oh, okay.
as big as the
Okay, then-
light. The light. Turn it off and see. Let's see what happens. That's much. It's not as bright.
That's actually better.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's better that way.
Okay, so we're going along here and you've noticed we haven't had to rethread the machine or hadn't had to break it. The thread
Mhm.
isn't breaking. He hasn't had to curse. No, I haven't cursed on air. Well, she had a day yesterday, let's just say that.
I had a night too.
Oh,
I had a day and a night.
or not yesterday, the day before yesterday.
She's had a year.
She's had a year. is that
Yeah,
it?
I think all of us have had a year. We can all be,
Well, I've cursed 3 or 4 times, but I've done it under my breath.
oh, well, somebody has ears that are really good. Who is it? One of these ladies has really good ears.
Well, Elaine seems to pick up on everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
They have ears like out.
So I've been able to get 4 designs in this hooping. Has anybody done their leaves yet?
No, I have not.
No, I haven't. I was waiting to watch how you did it.
Yeah, well, I do it the economical way. Because I don't like to waste.
Yeah.
I am cheap. But I don't want to waste.
No, she was a 4-hour word.
What type of machine does everybody have?
What types of machines?
Yes.
Oh, I have a brother.
Viking
Is it
SE.
module? Excuse me?
I
Somebody said
have
they
a
had
brother.
a brother and a Viking SE. I have the baby lock version
Mhm.
of the brother. Do you have
And
the
I have a-
Quattro?
I have a Janome.
Hmm.
Do you have the 1500 or the 15,000 or whatever it is, the memory craft?
I have the Memorycraft 11,000 with an upgrade to the SE.
So you all have bigger hoops, right? Nobody just has a 4x4 hoop?
I have bigger
I
than
don't
4x4, but
got
I don't
bigger.
have what you have.
I have
bigger
no
hoops.
If you
idea.
just
I
have a
haven't
4x4
taken it
hoop,
out
that's
of
the only
box.
hoop.
That's the spirit.
What'd she say?
She hasn't taken it out of the box.
How long have you
Now's
had
the
that
time.
machine?
I have the module, I have everything, and it's in the box the way it came from Bernina.
How
Well,
long
Stephanie
ago?
has a machine that's
Oh,
her
maybe 2
arm is in
years,
the
3
box.
years.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's been out of the box.
Oh, okay.
This is my second SE.
Really?
Yeah. I killed the first one.
Oh, I killed the first one in the first few weeks. I had to take it back 3 times before I could get a good one. But I do love that machine.
I wore mine,
Out.
the motherboard out.
Now here, if you'll notice, I made a mistake, and I do that a lot. And I'm gonna go back after this is stitched and try to fix it. Which will be fun. See how that works. Because the veins are not in the leaf. So when we get ready to wash these out, we're not gonna wash all the stabilizer out. We're just gonna get enough out so that we can form the leaves. That's the nice thing about the stabilizer. The more you wash out, the softer it's gonna be, but we don't want these leaves, we want to be able to,
To leave them curly a little.
yeah, we want to be able to form them, okay?
Mhm.
In fact, if we're doing butterfly wings, we want them to stand up. We don't want them to lay flat. So this is, we've got some more dimension here, because this is what leaves look like when they fall off the tree, right? They,
And they get crunchy.
yeah, they get crunchy. So now I'm gonna try to go back and fix my boo-boo here. So let's see. You'll see what I did in just a second. There it is now. Okay, we're gonna do this. And where are we? There, let's see.
Did everybody finish their table runners or cardinal runners?
I'm finished mine. I have to take a picture and send it in.
No,
Good.
I didn't make
One,
one.
send it in because we can't remember the deadline.
Okay, I've got it on my list of to-do things. I want to put it somewhere where I can get a good light because you can't really see a lot of the quilting unless I get it in the right light.
Right, to get the photograph? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going back in and putting those, what do you call them?
Veins.
Veins on the leaves without doing the outline again.
Mhm.
So I'm correcting my boo-boo here.
Uh-oh.
But I think it's gonna be a pretty leaf.
Oh, it looks pretty.
Uh-oh,
What
Oh,
color are
and
you
this-
using?
The screen froze for a second and I thought maybe you had a thread break, but no.
no breaking. The only time that I'm ever gonna get any breaking is if there's a lot of humidity, and with this
Mhm.
nylon type thread, it sticks to itself. So sometimes you have to kind of play with it or help it along.
Mhm.
Or if the thread was wound incorrectly on the spool, and it happens a lot,
Mhm.
and it got stuck under a layer and it's trying to pull up the lower layer first,
Yeah.
it'll break. So if that happens, you know, you're gonna be cursing like a sailor for sure.
Like
Mhm.
Stephanie.
Yeah, like Stephanie.
Mhm.
Don't worry, if you don't know how to do that, I can teach you
Hers?
in 5 easy steps.
I thought you were gonna say in 5 languages. I was gonna, boy, am I impressed. Another thing that you can do instead of using the universal language. If you are going to, instead of the KK 2000 temp adhesive spray, which I don't know,
Okay.
I'll put back here.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just-
And this will be on this week, this show special this week. But this is environmentally safe,
put it on top.
okay? And you get the same amount in this can as you get in the big, what is it, the 500?
505?
505.
Yeah, because this is more dense in here and it is temporary. It lasts for, you know, just a short bit, but you can spray your quilt top on if it's a small quilt top and get it situated or whatever. So it's as I say, environmentally safe. It doesn't harm anything, doesn't harm your machine.
So it's a
Honestly.
temporary bond.
Yes, and it's great. So there we go. Oh, and I missed the one vein. Okay, I'll go back and fix that. Anyway, so there's my leaf. And then when I wash it out in not cold water and not hot water, just kind of a lukewarm, and just swish it around until a lot of the gummy is gone. Don't take all of the stabilizer out. If you happen to take too much out, you can always put it back in with a paintbrush and a little bit of drying. So that's how you do it. And then when I cut this away, I'm going to have my leaf and I'm going to wash it out, and I'll be able to form it like. So I chose the candle.
Aren't you
ring.
missing the main vein up the leaf?
Yes, I am. I can go back
Okay.
and fix it. I went too far. Let's go back to the beginning of that.
Do you
color.
rinse it out in a baggie?
I do, and then I save the water.
But you can't put that water down the drain, is that right?
No, I put it in a spray bottle and use it as starch.
Oh, okay.
So let's see.
Oh, fiddle.
What happened?
Oh, this darn thread.
I've got a question. It's kind of similar, but I was looking at the designs that you do on toilet paper. Have you seen them?
Oh, I've done it many times. It's fun.
Well, I was on I'm on a Janome website, and this woman claims that embroidering on toilet paper ruined 2 of her machines. And I don't see how that could happen.
She might not have cleaned her bobbin case afterwards.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't see where it would be any worse than a lot of other things that you sew on. You've got stabilizer under it.
It would depend if it was toilet paper or used toilet paper?
That's my husband.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask her that. But
Yeah,
she,
Remember, she may be cheap.
even
but,
cheaper
you
than
know,
us.
You think it would be John Wayne paper, huh?
Yeah.
You know, and so anyway, I had bought these John Deere designs to do that. And then I bought a big overall thing of toilet paper. And then I read that and I got panicky. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, John Deere wouldn't have those on his site if that was a problem.
But it's a good
I've
question.
done it lots of times.
Just jump right in right over the top of me.
I
Anytime you
will.
want.
Whose show is this?
Mine.
Her.
It ain't yours. And you told me I had to stay.
Okay, so we're having a little disagreement here, but I'm gonna move on.
No,
Yes.
what I was gonna say is there are different qualities of toilet paper.
Does John Deere tell you which toilet paper to use?
No,
Okay,
But it might be a good question to ask him.
and I'll ask him. And I'll write that down.
Why would anybody do that? I don't understand.
oh, you make cute little designs that says like, tinkle all the way, or if somebody gives you crap for Christmas and you make gag gifts and you do it on the end of the toilet paper and you roll it up.
Oh,
Kind of funny.
That's
I
brilliant.
love it.
That is brilliant.
Okay, so my design is done here. So what I'm gonna do, if you'll notice, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my thread. Now, normally with metallic thread, the thread will come out of the needle because it bounces back because of the stress, but it did not bounce out because there's no stress on the thread.
That's what I'm giving the post lady.
You're giving the post lady stress? Toilet paper, oh.
They've got to-
Okay,
they
so
have-
last week we were talking about giving your postal worker something for Christmas, and Steph says she doesn't do that, but she's gonna give her embroidered toilet paper now because, you know,
Okay.
that's not,
she
Can
do
I
it.
ask a question?
sure.
For those that are embroidering toilet paper, why?
As a gag gift.
My kids would lock me up if I did that.
I think I would be too.
Do it and see if they do it.
I
I'm
don't,
gonna give my son one.
I think it's a cute idea.
I made my dad one year for Christmas.
Did it say for the crapper on it or something?
I had a picture of an outhouse and it said something on it. Well, apparently this is a thing. My parents, when they get up in the night, to go to the bathroom, they don't turn on the bathroom light. I'm not sure why. They
Well-
just have a night light in there. and they
Wakes them up completely.
I guess, I don't know. I turn on the bathroom light.
You know, I don't know. For the same reason, the bright light wakes you up.
So
Yeah, but the peeing all over the place really pisses everybody else off.
Not
I
everybody.
don't care because they sit down, don't sit down.
What are you missing now?
anyway, so anyways, in the night, apparently, he got that roll of toilet paper.
Oh, that must have,
And used it. He was having a fit in the morning because he thought it might ruin his septic tank.
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this not stabilizer, the organza out of the way so it doesn't interfere with my next leaf. But I'm cutting it away with the duck-billed scissors.
Right.
So
I love those scissors.
they're nice, aren't they?
You know, I bought a pair, came home and looked them over, and it turned out they were left-handed. So I gave them to a guy friend of mine.
Mm.
He's left-handed, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me get the excess away from the next leaf. There we go. I got the shapes here. Oh. So now I can start on my next one.
Yeah, but you have a really big hoop.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yeah, so I've gotten 4 leaves and 1 hooping, and then I have enough stabilizer for probably another 6 leaves.
Mhm.
So I'm
Have
not
you ever
having a big
tried
space.
edge-to-edge quilting?
On what?
On your embroidery.
On the
On a
embroidery
quilt.
machine?
On a quilt.
I've done edge to edge quilting, yeah, but not on an embroidery machine, on my long arm.
Well, does it push everything over?
Oh, you mean when you're doing it on a long arm, does it push the fabric and
Yeah.
everything? No, because you have clamps that clamp on the sides. And
Okay,
you're over the belly bar, right? And you're hooked to the leader at the top. So no, nothing shifts, does it?
okay.
It does migrate. That's why you go one direction and then you come back.
Yeah, unfortunately, some machines only work one direction.
Well, they should work both
I know, but
directions.
mine only works one way.
Mhm.
That it's not set
My
up right.
machine break, well, I think it's the needle isn't quite square. And so the thread breaks going back the other direction.
It's
frustrating.
It's not timed right then.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I can do the rest of my, well, I gotta get more over here. The rest
But
of my,
when you
links.
set it up next time, you can time it.
Well, yeah, if I ever get to that machine again, it's in California someplace. I just found out I have 2 bins of fabric at Shirley's house. I'm gonna have her ship it to me.
Okay.
Anyway, so
So
there's
there's
my
my
links.
storage container.
And see, I did a different color on the back so I can get, again, some more contrast and depth. So I have the, oh, can they see that?
Yeah.
Dark
Mhm.
green on the back, light green on the front, and it's gonna, once we get the stabilizer out of there, it's gonna kind of shade really nicely. So this is a project. Did anybody else pick a different project? Are you gonna do a wreath or a candle holder or whatever?
I'm gonna start by making leaves, and after I got leaves made, I'll figure out what I want to do with them.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a person that has problems with commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to do everything kind of freestanding so that I can change. Like if you're embroidering on clothes, okay, and you're doing it directly, if you make a mistake, you're screwed, basically.
Mhm.
What I do
Right.
is I do my embroideries on organza, and
Oh,
then I burn away the edges, so it makes it kind of like an applique. But any embroidery should work this way as long as it's got a solid edge on it.
mhm.
Then I can tack it down with invisible thread on a jacket or on pants. And if I get tired of the design, then I can take it off and put something else on there. So you don't have to commit to, you know, a big project, because commitment is, you know, I don't like it. So,
It's another one of those 4-letter words.
yeah,
It's a very long 4-letter.
yes, it is. So does anybody have any other questions about this kind of technique?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
It's pretty simple. John Deere, we do represent John Deere, and they do have 3 levels of embroidery club. These leaves are his. We have a special right now on the 2 biggest clubs, 15% off for Black Friday. So if anybody's interested, the first club is for $57 a year. You get 5 downloads a month, okay, of anything you want. You don't have to buy a package of a bunch of stuff that you don't necessarily are never going to use, and have a bunch of designs that you're paying for that are expensive, because one pack is like $60, right? So for a whole year, you get 5 downloads a month. That one we don't have on special. The one that's the most desirable in my mind is the next one up. It's called the Gold Package, and it gives you 100. It's for normally $127 a year. You get 20 downloads a month. How many is that?
Yeah, I
one?
bought that one.
Yeah. And that's plenty. I mean, you're going to be able to do so many things with that and so many different projects.
Mhm.
And that one's up to 15% off.
Right, embroidered toilet paper.
Yeah, you can embroider toilet paper. You can do applique. You can do freestanding laces. Freestanding lace is magnificent. These kind of, they have freestanding angels for Christmas.
Yes, they do.
Snowflake. He has almost 30,000 designs on his website. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's overwhelming. So if you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for, in the search bar, put it in like dragonfly. He has quite a few dragonflies that are really cute, and I'm kind of scoping some out for a wall hanging that I want to do. But then you kind of narrow your field. Otherwise, you drive yourself crazy, okay? But then there's the 50 downloads a month for, shoot, I don't even know the price. You can go online. I'll post it under classes, stuff you need for classes as soon as we're done. But that one is 50 downloads a month. That would be for somebody that's really doing a lot of embroidery. I mean, that's what the only thing you're doing. You're not doing quilting and stuff. But I think the one for the 127 less 15% is a really good deal. And most of our projects that we're going to be doing on Embroidery Club is going to be from John Deere. So, and he does beautiful, they do stitch out beautifully. There's no puckers in there. And I didn't even,
Do you have a good stock of the organza still?
Yes, I do.
Because
I
I was
have-
looking at their poinsettias things that you put under a tea light, and they're really pretty. But I don't have a whole lot of my red.
Okay, let me see. I'm looking at I have kind of a melony red,
Mm-hmm.
not a real burgundy kind of red. It's a
Mhm.
lighter color. And I have this red on a roll.
Yeah, I think that's might be what that's what I have. I have.
Is it tulle?
No, it's organza, polyester
Uh-huh.
organza.
Yeah.
Tulle
what
is
I
kind
have.
of like a netting, right?
Yeah, it's got a little bigger hole.
Bigger holes. You
Yeah.
can embroider on tulle, but you have to be careful because it can pull the holes in and give you some puckering. So
Mhm.
I prefer the organza versus tulle for embroidery. I have embroidered on, I bought those bags that you put your underwear in to wash, so
Mhm.
you guys don't snag your stuff. I have embroidered on those, and they were really cute because they were like bras and panties,
Mhm.
and embroidered them on bags and gave them for 1 year for Christmas. And everybody seems to appreciate that kind of thing,
Well, youth
Well,
wise.
I showed you all I embroidered on the rope bowl, and I was surprised how well that turned out.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. And that's pretty thick going through there.
Yeah.
Did you have to adjust your tension? What happened? Here,
Can
I
we
found
get
this.
it?
Her sound.
I don't know, but it has to be rope.
It's a rope bowl, 3/16 of an inch. What I had to do is I can't adjust my foot up and down. So I went to a spring-loaded thing so it would be high enough to get over the ridges there, and it worked out a whole lot better than the regular foot that you use. But I'm
Yeah,
real
most-
thrilled with these.
most embroidery machine feet are spring loaded.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like it's a darning foot, maybe.
Well, I have two. I have one that's spring-loaded and one that's not, and the spring-loaded one is the one that worked best.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can't adjust the height of the foot too, because I can adjust mine quite a bit.
Yeah,
And it was in the setting. What machine do you have?
I have the Janome 11,000.
Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with Genomes. I'm more familiar
Yeah.
with Vikings, Baby Locks, and Brothers.
Yeah, I like
because
the
I'm-
Janome. I don't know that I would buy one here because there's no dealer close by. And I want to have a dealer that I can go to.
Yeah, that's what I have a lot of people tell me that, they got this great deal on this machine online. And I'm thinking, okay, where are you going to take it to service it?
Right.
Some of these dealers either won't service it if you don't buy it from them,
Mhm.
or they put you at the very bottom of the list because
Right.
you
They
didn't buy it from
charge
them.
more.
Yeah. Well, I
I'm not
called,
sure. They
I
charge
had
you.
that problem with my embroidery machine. It was screwed up, and the place I take it to is like almost an hour away. And I wasn't real thrilled with them the last time I had them service it. So anyway, I called a closer place that sells Baby Lock, and they had a technician on duty that talked to me. And I explained what it sounded like. He said it sounded like you had a pin or something that had dropped down in that arm. but he couldn't get to it for 2 weeks. And I said, well, I really need this. And I said, from what you're telling me, it doesn't sound like it's all that involved. And he said, oh, it's not. You just take the cover off and look for it. And told me how, and I did it. I fixed it myself. I called him back and thanked him. I went on their website. I gave a glowing report. And that's where I would go, because I mean, he didn't have to do that. He could have said, oh, it's broken, come buy a machine.
But he's got a customer now, that's for sure.
Right, right.
Yeah. So sometimes it's not a bargain to buy a machine online or not from somebody local that you can take it to whenever you have a problem. Plus you get.
Oh, you're silent again.
Lost you.
Lost you, can't hear.
No volume.
But yeah, I'm a
Back.
big proponent of buying close to home and getting a rapport with your guy there. Plus they offer classes and fun stuff. You know.
Right, right. Well, I bought this from Johanna, my friend, and I wanted to get into the machine embroidery. I didn't want to soak a ton of money into it, not knowing whether I'd like it. And I knew she took good care of it, and she gave me free lessons and all that. So I think I got a good deal and good situation. But if I had to buy a new machine, I think I would shop for a dealer and then shop for the machine.
Yeah. But
I found out something when I bought my girls. I bought 4 Bernina's 2
Mhm.
years ago. And if they aren't registered within 90 days where the girls live, the dealers wouldn't take care of them.
Wow.
And I finally got a hold of the distributor or the area and told them, one went to Maryland, one's in Ohio, one's in State College, and I have one.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 that are here, there's no problem. And I know that if the girls bring them back, that my dealer will take care of them, no problem.
Mhm.
And he would sooner get somebody interested in the sewing and then move them up gradually than to sell
Mhm.
them the big thing and have you get frustrated. But I just, I spent a lot of money 2 years ago.
Mhm.
there's something else I need to tell you. If you are doing embroidery, not with metallic thread in the bobbin, but an embroidery that you're using metallic thread in the top and bobbin thread in the bobbin, you're going to have to bring down your tension, your upper tension, quite a bit, because otherwise you're going to get the bobbin thread pulling up. So do a little test before you work with it, because I bring my machine down to 2.6 if I've got metallic in the top and bobbin thread in the bobbin. This you don't have to worry, because you're not going to see any difference. It doesn't matter if you see the bobbin thread, because it's the same color.
Now,
So
on
I've
a
got
later
two.
show, are you going to show us burning the edges, or? I mean,
I'm
you
going
don't
to
want
cut
to
away
do
my
that.
edges. I don't have a burning tool.
Oh, okay.
But all you have to do is just get right up next to the
Mhm.
stitching
Mhm.
and don't let it sit there. Run it really quick, the tip along the stitching, and it'll burn away the organza and it won't hurt the thread.
Well,
If you let
John,
it sit on there, it'll actually melt the thread.
okay.
So
John Deere does have a video on the leaves, in case you
yes,
haven't.
he does,
Yeah. So,
because he has that project page that we sent out.
yeah.
What you can do with the leaves.
Mhm.
I mean, you can decorate a bonnet if you want to, I suppose, but I pin mine on to the foam so that if I decide I want to do something else with those leaves later, like make a garland or something,
Mhm.
then I haven't committed. That commit phobic.
Right.
I didn't give you I'm sorry. I didn't give you the discount code for the John Deere's Legacy. It's JDEER, all caps, and the number 7. Okay. And that'll get you at checkout. That'll get you the 15% on either the gold or the platinum, I think they're called. they changed the names of them this year and I get confused. But there's the silver, gold, and I think the last one is diamond, or it's diamond. It's diamond. So use that J Deere 7 if you want to get into that, the designs. They are really nice. Go and look at them. They're beautiful. And I guess that's it. Just for this project, use the Fabri-Solvi or the fabric type water soluble stabilizer. Don't waste any of it. Cut it away, save it, and then when you want to do some decoupage or you need spray starch, it works really, really well. So, is there any other questions? That was
Gee,
quick.
I have a question. When you're just regular sewing with your metallic thread and polyester thread in the bobbin, do you have to adjust on a regular sewing machine like that also?
No, and I can do that right now. So hold on one second and let me get my, I'm gonna save this. So I know where I'm at next time. Okay, let me change my foot really quick. Do you have one of your quilt sandwiches? Any place? Or just small pieces? Let's see.
You want to stick on the bird?
Sure.
Stick on the
I'll
bird.
search on your bird. Okay, we want bobbin thread in the bobbin, right?
Now, you mean regular sewing thread in the bobbin, or do you mean like the pre-wound, the thinner stuff?
60 weight polyester pre-wound
Okay.
is what I'm gonna use. Let me get. And I guess it doesn't matter what color I use.
Any color you want.
Well, do you, what are you gonna do with your bird?
Finish it eventually.
Okay.
I worked on my bird today. He's getting there.
Okay, I'm gonna go out here someplace and show you. Oops, I guess I need another foot, huh?
Well, that would be good.
So I'm using a free motion foot now, which is also spring loaded. Some people call it a darning foot. Okay. Get my tail. Do I need my other light on?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm refretting because I can't see. Okay, is that good?
No.
No?
Can you raise it up and it may aim more to the back? I'll put the material underneath first.
Yeah.
The material.
Okay, I'm gonna work over to the side here so I don't screw stuff up.
Okay,
Okay,
that's good.
I'm gonna bring my thread up. Foot control. Hold on. Well, dang. Now let's try. Okay, I'm gonna bring down my, I'm gonna bring my free motion. And here we,
Now, did you have to change the tension too?
no, not for free motion, only for embroidery. But I am gonna have to bring my foot up higher. Hold on, I had it down low. Okay. This is kind of thicker than what I usually do for demo. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my speed all the way up. And you're gonna see that there's not gonna be any breakage at all. How many layers of stabilizer do you have in here?
You have 4.
Okay, hold on. Okay, usually I don't have that much in there, so hold on. But it didn't break, as you can see, and I went pretty fast there. Let me find, water soluble stabilizer. Okay, this is a stabilizer we're going to be using for the shawl class. And we are going to be using some metallic. Now, normally I wouldn't have the bobbin thread in there when I'm doing something like this, but at least you can see there's no breakage. I'm going pretty much full speed.
So what are you going to have in the bobbin when you do this?
Pardon?
When you do this, you said you wouldn't have bobbin thread. What would you put in there?
I'd have metallic thread, so I'll go ahead and put the metallic back
okay.
in.
All right, I got
This
it.
is water soluble stabilizer.
Right.
What did we do with it? Putting it in the right way would be a good thing. Okay. And I unthreaded my needle. There we go.
All the time. It's the worst.
I'm usually pretty good about not doing that, but
I know you are. You hardly ever do it.
yeah.
I do it about every other time.
Well, yeah, but you also have the habit of cutting your thread when your cutter doesn't work.
I've been pretty good about that lately, though.
Except for the old sugar the other day.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm ready to go. Except now I've got tape on my stabilizer. I'm running over my stabilizer. I'm having a good day.
We are exuberant. We are very good. We've got some special kind of talent.
That's me, talented. Okay, here we go.
That was good.
No, it's not.
I don't have to go to the dollar store now.
Oh, I didn't actually thread the
Needle?
yeah.
Surprise.
Okay, here we go. Let's try that one more time.
It was like
good.
nap time.
Yeah, I'm getting to the end of my day here. Okay, now I'm gonna thread that needle. There we go.
There. See, push the button and everything this time.
That's the reason I bought this machine, for that threader right there. Let me tell you. Because I can't see where the darn anymore.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I think our friends might have that same feeling.
Have the same problem? Yeah. And when you can't thread the needle, it's pretty bad.
What are you working on, Elaine? Handwork?
I'm working on my squares.
Oh,
I'm
still
ironing them. I have 80.
Let's see them, Elaine.
Huh?
Let's see them.
Oh,
Now, tell me, that isn't pretty amazing that there's no broken thread in there.
That is.
Pretty fast, yeah. So it really works. The thread directors are on sale for 20% off, by the way. And I'll put those under the class stuff too. But that's pretty much what you do with metallic thread. If you do need to bring your tension down a little bit, but the tension is just fine. For free motion, it's embroidery that kind of screws things up.
Okay.
It's such an uneven, joggy kind of gait that it, pulls and
Well, yeah,
pushes. And
it's jumping back and forth and it's jumping so fast.
right. But that's why we slow it down with metallic thread, because it can't take that jumping back and forth. So, but yeah, you just need the combination of right things and the right settings in order to get the stuff correct. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. It didn't last as long as I thought it would, but that's okay too, unless anybody has any other questions.
I have a question, but it's not related to that. Where do I find the equilateral triangle on the website?
The 60 degree,
Yeah,
look under week 25,
okay.
or just put in 60
I
in the
tried.
search and it'll come up.
What are you supposed to put in?
60.
The number 60 and then degree, and it'll come up if you can't, but it's in week 25.
Okay, thanks.
Can you believe it's gonna be 6 months tomorrow, ladies? 6
Oh,
months.
my.
We
Can
are
you
celebrating
delete
our
that?
half year.
Will be-
Did you have a nice holiday?
Pardon?
Did you have a nice turkey day?
Yeah, it was less than normal. I saw your oven full of good food.
Yeah, we had to get a new oven, and guess what? Today I had a lesson on how to use the burners.
Mhm.
You can't even go to college to learn this stuff.
Oh, you got the, what is it called? Induction heat?
No, it has it's a regular oven, but it has air fryer.
Huh.
It's a Frigidaire.
No, I meant
But-
the burners. Are they induction or what?
No,
Yeah.
the regular cooktop, but there's like a low heat, a medium, one has rapid boil, one's just a warming area.
Is it
My
propane?
daughter says you have to come down and get directions before we leave because
Mhm.
you won't know how to use this thing. So I went down and got instructions.
It wasn't as many people as what we're used to. And of course, we are used to cooking for a lot of people, so we have a lot of,
There's a 6-month waiting period for stoves.
Really?
we have a lot of leftovers.
She's gonna make turkey soup today.
Turkey
Mm.
noodle soup, because the boys' rifle season comes in tomorrow, so they will be out hunting. So turkey noodle soup leftover from the turkey, but there's lots of leftovers. The
Oh, yeah, they
leftovers are
just
the
come
best
to the
part.
So,
I make a really good casserole. I put the dressing on the bottom. I get a Corningware pan, put the dressing on the bottom. Then I put the mashed potatoes on top of that, and then the turkey on top of that. And then I put the gravy or make more gravy and pour on that, and then stick it in the oven and cut it like lasagna. And
That
it's
sounds
good.
wonderful.
Yeah,
And
it
you serve
does.
the cranberry jelly if you have any left. And you can get real creative and put the my kids like to put the green bean casserole between the dressing and the mashed potatoes. But it's something that I have always done with leftovers, and they eat it and they think it's wonderful. They can't wait till the next day to eat it.
that sounds good.
We
The
call it
second
turkey
day is always the
lasagna.
best.
Turkey lasagna. There you go.
Sounds good.
Something new.
Sounds great to me.
I'm hungry.
My
All
daughter
right.
always has to have something chocolate and Diet Coke for my brother.
We are gonna have embroidery club next month because it falls on Christmas Day or something like that.
Okay.
So, but we will have it in January.
It's okay.
So, but anyways, but we'll be here tomorrow
Yes,
at 1:00.
we hope you'll
So-
join us.
Yes, we do. We'll be celebrating our 6-month anniversary.
What's the holiday?
That.
French Toast Day.
National French Toast
Ooh.
Day.
Dave's cooking us breakfast.
That's a huge mistake, just so you know.
Sounded
Actually,
good,
you're
didn't
pretty
it?
good at breakfast.
But Dusty's way better than
Dusty
that.
will be in the woods.
He's hunting tomorrow.
Loser pants.
Early in the morning.
You're in charge, Dave. Now, tomorrow you cannot stop them from going in the woods. There is no, if they were on crutches, they would still go in the woods.
You're right. You're
You're
right,
absolutely
Bruce.
right.
Absolutely.
They were target
They'll
practicing
growl.
yesterday.
They growl if they have to work in the rain, but boy, they can hunt.
Mhm.
Yes, they will be able to do that. Now he's all. Listen, Dusty will not get anything tomorrow, but he will be out there sitting in his little I used to call it Barbie's dream shanty. It's painted seafoam green. It's seafoam green. It's sitting out back of the house, way out back in the woods. It's painted seafoam green. He'll be sitting out there all day long.
And he'll love it.
Yep, he'll be sitting back there in Barbie's dream shanty, I call it.
The police were by my house yesterday and I had deer at the front door.
Mm.
I just couldn't understand that. And I said, they know they're safe here.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up so you
Okay.
can go home.
Yes, I'm getting the shake, so we're gonna leave now.
Bye.
Or
Or go have something with
Yeah.
sugar. We'll
Enjoy
see you
the
tomorrow.
day.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
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 Thanks.
How many people did we have?